Ladies, thanks for coming over. I'm drowning in Tupperware and I have a lot going on right now. And so I thought we'd have this moment to maybe just see what I have in inventory and then hopefully send you home with a couple of pieces today, okay? Now, I don't want to gossip, but Bernice isn't here because she's out of town in the Poconos for her annual family vacation, okay? Now, I heard from Margaret that she was taking too many free samples at the supermarket the other day. Margaret even said that she had one of her Tupperware pieces with her, and she was just filling it up with mini quiches. That's not how it works. Look, we all have a lot going on right now, but you can't be filling up your Tupperware with mini quiches. It's a, limit 1 to maybe 2 samples per individual, okay? So, anyways, where do I start? We just have a lot. I guess we could start with this one because, as you can see, this is, I believe, the 2 cup. No, this is the 3 cup because this is the 2.5. You can fit a lot of mini quiches in here. Now, I don't know how many quiches Bernice had in here, but if you stack them up, okay, and you have them flat, and they're cooked so they have a little bit of give to them, you could probably fit, I don't know, 24 mini quiches in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think so. So I don't recommend that as what you should be doing, but you can fit a lot of storage in here. And then it's going to be secure and upright if you put it in the passenger seat of your automobile on the way home. So even if it tips over a little bit, they're not going to go spilling out everywhere. Just an idea. Oh gosh. Is this the 3 cup? I just have a lot going on right now. Okay. I asked Bill, okay, for, a nice gift for my birthday. And here's what I get. It's a little pendant, little pin brooch that says Mom. I don't even know if these are real gold or if it's just gold tone, but it certainly isn't a cruise to the Bahamas. So there's that. And then the kids got me, oh gosh, the Lane Celeste collection, Hearts of Whimsy, yeah, but it was the Hearts of Wonder. And I specifically said I wanted the Hearts of Whimsy piece. And it was in a silver and not a gold. So what am I going to do with that? I don't wear silver. Anyways, I just have a lot going on right now. I did have time to put together some snacks in one of these. Now it is fresh cherry season. So we've got some delicious fresh cherries in here, okay? Now I've tried some of these and they're great and they smell good. Yeah. If you want one though, you need to carefully eat it, and then you could put the pits in here. So we've got the cherries stored in the 2.5 pink. So it's 2.5 cups. Now it's not 2.5 cups of cherries, obviously. That's all I had time for. But you put the fruit in here, your cherries, and then you can put your cherry pits in the 1.25 cup. So you've got a place to put them. And I do need them to make it in here so that the dog doesn't end up eating the pits and causing me another big vet bill. Because I've got a lot going on right now. So make sure the pits end up in here. Here. The thing about, though, you've got the 2.5 and the 1.25 cups, but they use the same tops. So they both have the Starburst design tops, and they're the exact same size. So, I know how your storage solutions look over there, Pam, but what happens is you might only be able to find one of the tops, but it doesn't matter because they're the same exact size. And look at how they nest neatly within one another, okay? So both the 1.25 and the 2.5 use the same Starburst top, matching top. So you can nest them within one another? Or why isn't there a pit in here yet? I told you to put the pits in here. Anyways, they use the same tops. What else do we have here to show? Oh, no, you know, I had some other snacks somewhere. Where did I put them? It's in here. No. I would have seen them in here because this is the transparent Tupperware. So you can see what's inside of it. Now, I should have known the snacks weren't in here because I don't see them. This is the transparent as well in blue. I don't know if you can tell here. But you can see it in there. So you can tell if you've got leftover spaghetti in here or cherries, something like that. Maybe some cut up vegetables. You put with a ranch dip. Now, I didn't have time to cut up vegetables today because I have a lot going on. Let me see if I can find them here. Oh, yeah, no, if you need to use the restroom, you have to go to the upstairs bathroom. So, I don't know what's going on, but the hallway bathroom, we've got a bit of a ghouly situation in the toilet, so don't go in there, okay? We've got a lot going on right now, and Bill hasn't fixed that yet, but whatever you do, don't go in the downstairs toilet, okay? Okay, I found it in the other nesting set here. Let's see here. Look, it's pretzel rods, not pretzel sticks. I didn't skimp, okay? We've got delicious pretzel rods, and they're fresh. They're fresh because I've been storing them in this Tupperware. This one is the 2.7 liter, okay? But you could also fit a whole bag of pretzel rods in here, and they're not going to go stale. Because there's nothing worse than biting into a stale pretzel rod. Anyways, here you go. So back to Bernice. Look, you know I started the walking club. Pam, you're there. She catches us walking down the street, and conveniently, she's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Are you taking a walk? I'll join you. I didn't initially invite her into the walking club, but I thought, well, she can come down. It's fine. There's a few of us. She starts doing the walking club, and she's bringing these weights with her, these hand weights. No one else brings hand weights. So now she's just doing so much more than everyone else. She's got to be number one, and she's got to, you know, be over the top. And, you know, so she's walking with her weights, really swinging her arms. I mean, these little green weights. I was like, who does she think she is? She's got to be the best at everything, Bernice. Speaking of the green, like her little green weights, we have this little green see-through, the transparent Tupperware. Now, this is part of the nesting set. Goes in here. They all have their own Starburst top, so it matches. Yellow goes with yellow. Green goes with green. Pink goes with pink. I shouldn't have to explain this. But they all match, and they all nest within one another. Now, I don't have them nesting right now because this is where I'm storing the pretzel rods. But if I wasn't having a snack that I needed to keep fresh, I put them in here, and I'd have them nested. That way I've got more counter space, okay? And, you know, we're all looking to have more counter space. He's got the pile of mail going. You know, we need to go through that. The kids leave their things out all the time. Bill's got something on the table. It's just a mess, and I've got a lot going on. But at least I have nested Tupperware that's out of the way. Oh. No, that's not why the Garfield towel is down on the couch. Everything's fine. I mean, I've got a lot going on right now. But Bill's mom was over here, and she spilled prune juice all over the couch. And I haven't had time, because I've got a lot going on, to rent one of those steam cleaners to try and get the prune juice out. It looks very unsightly, okay? But I don't care about that much. I'll tell you why the Garfield towel is down later. Don't worry about it. Anyways, she's drinking the prune juice. She's getting a little backed up. But the spill on the couch isn't nearly as bad as what she did in the bathroom. And I'm not talking about the ghoulie in the toilet. Yeah, I've just got a lot going on right now. So if you want to take some of this Tupperware off my hands, that would be really helpful. Okay. Oh, jeez. I like the orange. I feel like the orange is always going to be my favorite piece here because you've got, I love this shape. I love the big circular flat Tupperware. This is great for storage space in the fridge. It's the 1.8 liter or 7.5 cups. You say tomato, I say tomato. I say 7.5 cups. I'm not thinking liters in here. I'm not going to put a soup in here. This is for my dips. I'm thinking about doing a spinach and artichoke dip. We got Janice's birthday's coming up. Well, something, a little something for her too. Janice, my daughter Janice. So she tells me she wants to go see the Grateful Dead. That's what she wants for her birthday. And I said, I'd be grateful if you got a job and moved out of the house. I just have a lot going on right now, and, you know, I don't get the Grateful Dead. I didn't get it in the 70s, and I don't get it now. But, you know, I like John Cicada. Yeah, I like John, too. It's just the music that I like. So I don't get it, but she wants to go see the Grateful Dead. It's the band with the skulls. Have you seen it before? So they've got this imagery, and it's like a skull. You know, I don't want to look at a skeleton, but they got the skull. But then they also have I guess it's a teddy bear, some kind of a bear, and actually the bear's kind of cute. I'll be honest with you. So I kind of like that one, but I'm not a big fan of them. It's just not for me. But you know what? I do kind of like the Touch of Grey song. You know that one? That one's pretty jazzy and fun. So maybe I like one of their songs. Not enough to go to the arena and stand around all day and do the dancing and such. But yeah, Touch of Grey. Speaking of Touch of Grey, okay, what you're not going to see is a touch of gray to your pre-washed and cut up fruit salad. And by touch of gray, I mean mold, okay? It's, you know, a high humidity season right now, right? So if you want to keep your fruits and vegetables fresh, you do the washing and the cutting, and then you put them in the Tupperware. Seal the top securely. Okay? And you do that by just pressing down on the top. That's it. It's pretty easy. It's not that hard. So this has been a real lifesaver. Sometimes we'll go to the pool, okay? We'll take the boys, we'll go to the pool. Even though I've got a lot going on right now, I'm still making time for the summer memories, but, you know. So I'll cut up some melon, put the melon in here, watermelon, honeydew, just a nice array of refreshing fruits. Easy to travel with, easy to travel to the pool with. Nothing's going to be spilling out of the sides. I don't want watermelon juice all over the car again. And then I just open it up, and then we've got fresh pre-cut fruit ready to serve. It's a really good treat this time of year. And then it doesn't get moldy, you know, if I've got it stored a few days beforehand. I hate a moldy berry. Just hate when that happens. I don't have time for it because I have a lot going on right now. Oh, the boys. Speaking of the boys, we haven't been to the pool this week because the boys are out playing in the woods, okay? And unfortunately, they both got poison ivy, okay? So the reason the Garfield towel is on the couch right now is because I've been having to put all the calamine lotion on the arms and legs, and then they don't let it dry properly, and then they go to sit down on the couch, and they're getting pink stuff all over the place. So I'm thinking about you know, just getting the couch scotch guarded and maybe putting plastic over it. I don't know, but it's just something every other week. But speaking of pink calamine lotion, don't forget we got the Dusty Rose piece here. This one is not see-through, and I believe this is a 2.5, also a 2.5. No, this is a 3 cup. This is the 3 cup in the Dusty Rose. Kind of reminds me of the calamine lotion the boys have to use, but you can put a fair amount of food in here, so it could be leftovers, or maybe you're just bringing a few berries to the pool this time. I don't know. Maybe I get to go to the pool by myself for once, and I could just bring. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen because I've got a lot going on right now. Gosh, this is a good one to have. Again, the color is nice, the size is nice. I don't have all the pieces of the nesting set out right now, but it's this one is the smallest in that set. Just snap this closed. You want to hear either a snap for the smaller pieces, or yeah, something like that. That way you know it's closed, sealed. And I'm going to open it. It's going to be fresh. If you don't hear that snap, it's not closed. Example here. Now you can just press down in the middle. 1 thumb, 2 thumbs. Securely closed. And then when I need to open it, easy to open. Yeah, this is my favorite. I think it's because it reminds me of like a sunset, something like that, something peaceful. You know, a place where you go and then there's not a whole lot going on and you can just relax, like the beach. And then you could be at the beach with your bean dip. Actually, I take that back. No bean dip at the beach. So what you want to do is make the pinwheel sandwiches at home. Okay? Don't try and prepare them while you're on the beach. It's going to be a terrible time, and you're going to get sand everywhere, and it's just not going to work. You don't have a good area for the rolling. Where are you going to roll those up? Who's bringing a table? I mean, sometimes we do bring a small table, but we usually don't. So if you make the pinwheels at home, okay, you could put them in here. Now you could put them flat pinwheel shape down. They're going to be secure that way, but maybe you want to bring a lot of pinwheels, and I think with the 7.5 cup, I'm talking standard size pinwheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20 pinwheels, and the 1 pinwheel in the middle is going to be flat. The rest of them are going to be upright. It's going to look very nice in here, so it's going to make for a good presentation too. Or you do half pinwheels, maybe it's 10 pinwheels on this side, and then, you know, 3 little, oh gosh, it could be a Hawaiian roll sandwich or a mini hoagie, something else on this side stacked up. So you could have the best of both worlds. And then when you open it, you know, you're not going to have any sand on it because you've had the top securely fastened. Okay? And then when you do open it, there's a fly, something coming around, little gnats. You can use the top, fan them away, fan them away. Or the sandwiches are gone. Hopefully you had a chance to get one. The boys didn't eat them all. You take this, and then you can fan your face with it. I'm getting a nice breeze from the circumference of this top because it's such a large top and it's sturdy. So this is now doubling as a personal fan, and I like that. I like to stay cool. So what I would not do is have it be empty and then have the boys come over and say, hey, can I use that to make a sandcastle? In theory, you could fill this up. It would be a beautiful base to a sandcastle. Oh gosh, and then you fill this one up. Adding more layers, making a moat, right? Don't let them do that. I'm not saying it's going to ruin your Tupperware. It's just disrespectful to the Tupperware name, okay? So this is not sandcastle material. Okay, this is your good Tupperware, and you make sure that they know that and respect it. Also with this shape, this is my beach one too, because I'm going to put it inside the cooler. First I'm making sure it's closed. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those clicks that you heard there, right? I'm going to make sure it's closed, but I'm going to put it on the bottom of the cooler so it keeps the sandwiches nice and cold. So it's going to go right on top of either ice packs or the loose ice, and the water isn't going to seep through here, because that would be upsetting if you had a soggy sandwich. Nobody wants a soggy pinwheel because they're already a little soggy to begin with. So this is a good cooler size. Now, again, trying not to have, oh gosh, your pretzel sticks, your chips. You don't want your chips all crunched up. So what you could do is throw this in the cooler too, okay? And you've got your chips without them getting all mashed up, because maybe someone's reaching in the cooler and they're looking for, you know, pop, or I don't know, maybe a Swiss roll, something else you got in there, and then they crunch up your chips and then they're all crumbs. But that wouldn't happen if they were in this beautiful container, which you could see as chips, identify it as chips, and then it's also not getting wet. So no soggy chips, no broken snacks. But actually, what did I mention just then? Swiss rolls? Yeah, you probably want to put your Swiss rolls in here too, because they're going to get all squished or wet in the cooler. But you know what? You pack your cooler how you want. I just have a lot going on right now, and I'm just dreaming of going to the beach. Right? Aren't we all? I mean, I would settle for the Poconos like Bernice, but it's not the same. It's not the same. I guess you could consider a lake a beach. I'm talking about the ocean. I'm talking about, you know, Cape May, Jersey Shore, Ocean City, you know, something along those lines. Maybe even Cape Cod. I don't know. Let me get my book out here, because I need to get your orders in. So you see what we've got. You know what I have. But I do have something special for you today, and that is the citrus peeler. This is a great time of year to eat oranges. And you've seen the citrus peeler in yellow before, but now we've got a citrus peeler in red as well. Now you've got two beautiful color choices for your citrus peeling needs. I like the original yellow, but the red is easy to spot in the utensil drawer. So that works too. I need a pen. Pam, can you grab me a pen? All right, thank you. Okay. Pam, what can I put you down for today? Got it. 2 2.5s, and a 1 1/4. Okay. The pretzel one, yeah. 7.5, no, 7.2, something like that. All right, yeah, and Pam, don't tell Bernice what I said, okay? This doesn't leave the Tupperware party, okay? Okay. Sandra. The whole translucent set. I love it, Sandra. Karen. Just the 2.5? Just one? Okay. All right. Francine. Translucent set, thank you. Gertrude. The orange one, yes. Good choice. Okay. I need to go back and see what I have in the garage, but like I said, I've got a lot going on right now. I'll do my best to get everything over to you as soon as I can, and if not, I'll get it ordered, and then hopefully you'll see it in the next couple of weeks, okay? Thanks for getting some of this Tupperware off my hands today, ladies. I hope you have a good rest of your summer, okay?